Now, the second round I would be mentioning again the names of the police and most of the senior officials of the police, PNP, and some judges. But in between, far and wide in this controversy, I will now raise again the Napoles issue. There are a lot of billions and billions of pesos lost. We've been able just only to put several lawmakers there inside, but only because the charge is, the accusation is non-bailable. Otherwise, whether to tell, you have to reckon and telling whether they'd be eventually put in prison with finality or acquitted. In the meantime, just there in prison, and that is not enough vindication for the Filipino people. Let us revisit the Napoles case. I have some revealing things to tell you about it. You just wait. But I will, if that is the only thing that I'll have to do until the end of my term, I will do it. But I shall have done a singular task of giving you the truth about our government. The reason why I was raising my fist, it was in defiance all the time I was campaigning because I was mad at government. People were being framed at the airports with bullets placed inside their bags, being arrested, investigated for no reason at all, except that the greed of those. I said, I've been, my mouth is, they say, lousy. But I would like to issue a warning that on Monday, I would declare all positions in the government that were presidential appointments. Or if you are there because of the presidential appointments, I will declare all your positions all throughout the country vacant. You know why? Until now, in my provincial visits, I still hear corruption being committed by people, especially in the regulatory agencies. I would like to point out one. The LFTRB, LTFRB, the regulation board, LTFRB. I forgot his name, but come to me and see me in Malacanang. The LTO and those who are appointed to the positions of LTO, except the career, consider your positions vacant as of this hour. All of them. Lahat. It will number in thousands. Consider yourself in the crucible of the truth about corruption in this country. I hate it. I do not want to give the slightest headache to my fellow human beings. For the Lima, farthest from my mind is to derogate your person. But I have to mention your relationship because it was your driver who was in contact with the rest of the guys there inside the prison. And eventually, Senator De Lima, it was your greed and your immorality that did you in. Hindi mo na matago yan. It's all loose. I think it's beyond your control already. People are willing. Even the employees of that penitentiary. SAF took it over. It's now under the police. But remember this, when we start to ask questions, you better tell us the truth, or else I will charge you all, superintendents, wardens, supervisors, a case of conspiracy to commit a serious wrong, or at the very least, seriously neglecting your duty. The Napoles case should deserve a second look. For us also, it involves corruption and dilemma. Any question? Yes, Bigornia.
Morning, sir.
You are the top notcher, always the first to raise your hands. You must be good at the exercise of doing it. Go ahead.
Sir, De Lima had a press conference yesterday, and she said that she's willing to resign and be shot in front of you if your allegations are true. She said all your evidence are fake, false, manufactured, and perjured.
Same here. I said, I'm putting at stake. At the start of my term, I said, I'm willing to put at stake my honor, my life, and the presidency itself. Nauna na ako. I'd be willing to go. I said, go ahead, change me. I've been telling the congressman, if I'm lying, we had a conference there for some time. I said, you can impeach me. She is lying to her teeth because now that she is, you know, in all of her answers, she was only telling about drugs. Now she denied their links about drugs, but she never said true or false about the driver. And the driver is the connect. Lahat naman sa loob, sinasabi ang driver. Driver said, I have the permission of the top honcho. So that is why. Now tell me, De Lima, when I testified in the Senate 2 years ago about the rice smuggling of the city, and at the behest of the BIR Commissioner, Kim Inares, and I said, Rudy, any call, please help us in finding out who's behind this rice smuggling. I did. I never went, I do not go to inside. They are being operated independently of the local governments. But I did my work, and it was not until all of the agencies never knew Bangayan, from the Philippine Ports Authority to the Philippine Maritime Police to the Coast Guard. Nobody knew the idiot until I went inside the intelligence community and asked for a picture. And I said, do not fuck with me. Give me the picture of this Bangayan. And that is why I exhibited. When Enrile said, do you know this Bangayan? Yes. Can you identify him? Yes, he's that idiot that. And when I said, what will you do if you find Bangayan doing smuggling in your city? And I answered, I'll shoot him. But I'm dead serious. If you do it again there, I'll shoot him. You steal 7 billion of the money of the people of the Republic of the Philippines, and you think you can be alive forever? I will take the cudgels. God, do not do it. I will never allow you to steal 7 billion of your taxes of the people. Sinabi ko. Then Jingo Estrada said, ano, sinabi niya? It was really in sarcasm. And I said, well, I'll give you an answer you want to hear. Patayin ko yan. I'll kill him. And so when we went outside the Senate halls at the termination of the hearing, De Lima, whenever she is faces with the microphone and TV cameras, she changes the aura. Nag-iiba yung anyo. She becomes combative, and he said Duterte should be punished for, Duterte should be sued for making a threat against the life of a resource person there. Forgetting, even as he's a lawyer, forgetting that nobody but nobody can question my behavior inside a Senate during a hearing. For it is only the Senate who can question me of what I do, of what I did, of what I'll be doing, because that is an affront of the Senate itself as a collegial body, not an outsider, even if you are the Secretary of Justice. The Lima, I thought, was bright because she's a Secretary of Justice. But I realized that, I said, her aura changes from a Jekyll and Hyde thing. Forgetting the fundamentals of law. And out of respect, because you are now suggesting to the Senate to punish me. That is one implication. Second is implication, she cannot do it because she is not a member of the Senate. So she cannot sue me. That shows that how bright the dilemma is.
Okay.
Follow-up.
Sige po.
And again, I left an answer that's I made that gamble when I was, and I said to the congressman, impeach me if I'm wrong, impeach me if I'm lying. But dilemma has to face this answer. She can remain the senator of the Republic of the Philippines, but she has to explain why she is not answering now her relationship with the driver, because that driver was the one who worked it out inside the penitentiary to allow these prisoners to have all of these privileges. Cooking shabu, opening the gates for female guests to come in. There was a partying, there was a raid, there were guns, and at one time, the guards could only enter upon the permission given by the inmates. That's why I said, send the combat troops. And if they go around rioting, shoot them all. I'd save money feeding criminals in this country. I'd rather give it to the poor and the hungry.
Yes, ma'am.
Follow-up.
Follow-up question po.
Sir, follow-up. Mayor.
Yeah.
In the same press conference, you said she got a call from the driver about a month ago, and he was afraid, and he supposedly expressed fear that that something would happen to him, and that he would be used as a witness against her.
So why would he be afraid? If there's nothing to hide, the predicate if afraid if he's going to be used. So why be afraid if there is nothing to hide? From the semantics itself, from the wordings itself, it's very loaded. Very loaded. You can really catch the... Why would she say that? That she is afraid that he would be used as a witness against her. Why give importance even to the statement if you have nothing there? You see that we're mentioning it at all. No, just say, I've never authorized you. I never gave you any authority over that. But what would you say about being afraid of being used as a witness? Dilemma we cannot use it as an evidence in court because that would be illegal. And I would not say I was the one who made the intercepts. It was given to us free by another country friendly to us. Even the ATM and the calls emanating from Muntinlupa to his driver